And yeah, there's going to be some ups and downs, but all in all, you're one lucky man.
Next.
No, I could never fire her. I love her to death.
Interesting.
Next.
Yeah, so I just wanted to come by and talk to you real quick in person, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Next.
She thinks you're going to tell the whole town about her past, and she is scared to death.
Ah, she should be.
Next.
It was an accident.
Dad won't care if it was an accident. You know he'll just use this as an excuse to reopen custody. Mom, I don't want to live with Dad.
I know.
Next.
I know you two are great friends, so the next time you come to my restaurant, it's on me.
You are such a doll.
Next.
Do you want to get a beer?
Of course I want to get a beer.
Dutch, obviously, I'm not going to actually buy you a beer.
Obviously.
Next.
She says the only reason I'm marrying her is because all my friends are married, and I don't want to feel left out.
Oh, that's nonsense.
Next.
28 more days.
Thank you.
That was less than enthusiastic.
I'm going to be more enthusiastic when we cross the finish line.
Next.
Hey, real quick, Christy and I were talking. Do you want to go out for Christmas Eve, or do you want to do it here family style?
Next.
Please tell me we're playing for money.
Oh, even better than money. You gained experience points.
Next.
I don't want to fight on our anniversary.
I'm not trying to start a fight. I was asking a question.
It's just every time I think things are going to get better between us, you go back to your old ways.
My old ways.
Next.
Why do you think you'd be a good hire for this bank?
Well, I'm ready to work hard, and when I put my mind to something, I go all the way.
Next.
You want a divorce?
I do.
I took care of you when you were sick.
Which is why I didn't do this a year ago. I think we bring out an ugly side in each other.
Next.
I'm scared. More than I should admit to you, so I need your help. And so does she. And maybe you hate that. And her. But it is your lives on the line here, too. It's as simple as that.
Next.
Well, I started planning my wedding this weekend. At first I thought it was going to be torture, and then it hit me. This is a day all about me, planned by me, starring me.
Isn't that every day?
Next.
What's up with the chocolates? They said no flowers in the ICU.
So you brought our comatose captain chocolates?
It's comfort food for all of us.
Next.
And coming down the home stretch, Little House on the Gary has the lead.
Come on, Little House on the Gary! Red!
Next.
You already know this, but I want to say it again. We both love you so much.
Yeah. And I know we've had our ups and downs, but I've loved being your son.
Next.
So, after we're done shopping, you want to have lunch? My treat. I can afford my own lunch, Rosie.
Next.
Oh, my friggin' God!
No, you're not breathing. You got to remember to breathe. Good. Okay. And we're only 2 minutes apart, so we're in the home stretch here.
Great.
Next.
Only one thing is certain in this contest. Expect the unexpected.
Next.
The North Korean government has placed such a high priority on controlling the information environment and keeping the North Korean people intentionally closed off from the outside world. But on top of that, the North Korean government also pumps an inordinate amount of propaganda and ideology from a very young age into the North Korean people in a form of extreme indoctrination.
Next.
Pants aren't so tight, I can make this work.
Okay, Bob, honey, I love you to pieces, my dear, but your waistline has now become a safety issue for the children.
Honey, I would love to lose a couple of pounds, but diets just don't seem to work for me.
Next.
I have two choices. I can go smoke, or I can stab you in the hand with this steak knife.
I knew you didn't have it in you.
Next.
I haven't had any luck finding a donor. And the doctor says I'm gonna need a kidney very soon. Oh, honey. And it hit me. One of these days, I could actually die.
Next.
I met my wife here, and we sat at this very table. And so if you play your cards right, in 8 years, you could marry this woman.
That's my sister.
Well, don't tell people. That's not okay.
Next.
Well, if you want some on-the-job training, why don't you come to my office a couple hours a week and give me a hand?
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
Let me get this.
Don't be ridiculous. This is on the house.
Waiter, got a problem here.
Next.
Oh, no, what happened?
I just spoke to Carol. Ben's got the chicken pox.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, so if you haven't already had it, chances are you're gonna get it.
Well, I've had it.
Yeah, I've had it.
Had it.
Had it.
Well, I haven't ever had it. I feel so left out. Oh, look!
Next.
You've had malaria.
In Zimbabwe. That took me out for a month.
You don't have health insurance, do you?
Nope.
I'll make an appointment for you to see my personal GP tomorrow. Thanks for the tea. And I will send a car to pick you up for the doctor tomorrow. When you're back on your feet, do you think maybe we can work something out?
Next.
I was thinking we could meet here at like 7.
About that, I was gonna see if we could reschedule. Amy's parents are in town tonight.
Yeah, that's okay. No biggie.
No. This is our tradition. I'll have a drink with Amy's parents, then I'll make up an excuse.
Next.
After watching you bully everyone around, I decided to sell my cemetery plot.
Out of the question.
I wasn't asking you.
I see. And exactly where are you going to be buried?
As far away from you as possible.
Next.
Look, Gabby, you used to have feelings for him. So you can't just suddenly start having sex with him and not have feelings. I mean, maybe Josh can. Guys can have sex and be totally cool with it. But you can't. You don't have it in you, Gabby. Oh, yeah? I do. I've got it in